You ready for this?
Let's do it.
Door cut.
The German longsword.
My name's Colton Arias. I'm 18 years old. I really love making something that's gonna last for a really long time. And it's also really fun to hit stuff on fire.
The German longsword traces its roots back to 14th century Europe. This two-handed weapon was powerful enough to deliver deadly blows, and its double-edged blade inflict deep wounds and slashes against any enemy that came across its path. The massive blade was so powerful that skilled warriors had to train extensively in the art of longsword fencing to master its strength. While this weapon was no longer used in combat, longsword fencing is practiced around the world today.
The Cora. My name's Liam Hoffman. I'm a 19-year-old bladesmith from North Carolina. Most people won't take me seriously because of my age. I would love to prove them wrong.
The Cora sword originated in Nepal, where it was wielded for centuries by a legendary group of soldiers, the Gurkhas. The Gurkhas were known for their fearless military prowess and weapons-based martial arts, which included symbolic weaponry like the Cora sword. This fearsome sword features a long curved blade that flares outward at the tip, maximizing the force of each swing and making it an ideal weapon for both slashing and chopping. Also used in sacrifice, a skilled Cora wielder could reportedly cut a sheep in half with just one swing.
From experience, I know the greatest challenge with any longsword build, especially if I'm doing it out of Damascus, is going to be keeping it straight and making sure the temper and the heat treat are spot on so it does not break. Plenty of things can go wrong when you're quenching a sword. It could crack, it could warp, it could fracture. Let's hope none of that happens because everything is riding on this quench. Awesome, perfect. This thing is massive. In a build like this, a million things can go wrong. If you make one false step or try to rush it too much, you could ruin the whole thing in the last step or in the first step. I'm completely done with the sword. Fit and finish is damn near perfect. That's a legendary sword.
I've never made any blade this long before, so it's gonna be an adventure. I'm gonna try to stay pretty historically accurate. I'm gonna be forging Damascus, and having that Damascus on a large blade will really be pretty cool. This is the biggest build of Damascus I've ever made. As I'm forging out the Damascus, I'm realizing it's way too big, and I can't actually hold it correctly because it's too long. Everything about this big billet is taking a lot of time. Me swinging it from the forge to the press and drawing it out and waiting for it to heat up. Unfortunately, I don't have a heat treating oven large enough, so I'm gonna have to do this in the propane forge. Yeah, this sword is at least twice as big as I'm used to. I would not normally heat treat something like this. Hopefully this thing heats up evenly. Okay, go for the quench. It's perfectly straight, it's really hardened, and now I'm going to sharpen it, and then I'll do my testing. Worked pretty good. That looks cool. My plan for the handle is to square everything up first, add my layout lines, and then slowly work it down into an oval. I'm adding in a few bronze spacers to match the bronze finial and add in some fullers for grip and looks. So this thing's pretty cool. It's the first finial I've made. The sword has come together really well, and it is really awesome.
Bladesmiths, welcome to the strength test, the Throne Chop. In order to test the strength of your edge as well as the overall construction of your German longswords, I'll be bashing them into this throne. Colton, you're up first. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right. All right, Colton, this is It's a great looking blade, man. I like your Damascus pattern. It's still nice and straight. Didn't take much damage beyond a slight glinting. So, well done.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, to test the strength of your Cora, I'm going to take one blow into these skulls. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's a beast. It feels really nice in the hand. You did a great job on this handle. Obviously, we pretty much took care of that skull. Now, this thing, once you get it started, it's gonna go.
Right.
My only worry is stopping it.
Yeah.
You don't always have to have a heavy blade to make a heavy blow. But it's a beautiful piece. It's a nice job.
Thank you.
Well done.
This is the sharpness test, the cowhide bag slice. Colton, you're up first. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
Let's do this. All right, Colton, your edge cuts cleanly. It's razor sharp. In thrusting, drawing it back, and cutting, the balance is good. And overall, sir, it will cut.
Thank you.
The Nepalese Cora was a blade that had a distinct inward curve and a spatulated flare at the tip, making it a weapon for slicing and chopping. Now we'll cut across these sandbags. Let's see how sharp your blades are. You ready?
Yeah.
When he said that this was heavy, you weren't kidding. This is a chopper. A little hard to control on the recoil, but not enough to where I can't wield it. This, sir, will cut.
Great.
Good job.
Forged in Fire, War of Weapons.